on deck, but coming to the stage, y'all, this next performer has never done stand-up comedy, so he's done other things that are performer-ish, but this is his first time doing comedy, so let's please give him a real nice surly wench welcome for Mr. B.U.M.B Rap and Rock.
That's right, B.U.M Rap and Rock, that's B.U.M.B for Been Under Many Bridges. I'm a homeless entertainer extraordinaire, and Jack, I do remember that threesome. Anyway, and I prefer low-income tourists, by the way. So I've taken a searching and fearless moral inventory of my life lately and went, how the hell did I get here? And I think it has something to do with my reality and actual reality being two different worlds and very much worlds apart. It may have something to do with my work ethic or my take on work. I failed my assessment test down at the packing plant. They asked if I knew the difference between meat and fish. I said, oh yes sir, if you beat your fish, it's gonna die. Down at the gay bar, they were willing to hire me as a bouncer. They were not willing to furnish me the t-shirt that said the flamethrower. In my little tiny town of Michigan, as I think about where did all this come from, I lived in a little tiny town called Farwell, Michigan, the kind with one stoplight, 3 blocks long. You blink your eyes, you're gonna miss it as you're passing through. And that's where I first learned to work, hustle, come up with money. In that town, everybody knew everyone. And we had a barber shop in that town. The barber was a really nice older man. I used to go in and read his comic books. And every day, he would hold $1 in one hand and 2 quarters in the other. And he would say, which one would you want, young man? And I would snatch the 2 quarters and say, thank you, mister, and go down the street and get my ice cream. Well, one day we had an out-of-towner come in, and he looked about as confused as an infant at a topless bar, and he said, young man, why would you take the, 50 cents as opposed to the $1? I said, mister, I don't know about all that, but what I do know is if I ever take that $1, the game is over. Now, as I said, I like ice cream, and I know some of you are looking going, yeah, Tubby, we can tell, but that's okay. I identify as skinny. I'm a trans slender. So that became my first job in that little ice cream parlor, and unfortunately on the second day of that job we had a catastrophic event happen, and we had run out of chocolate ice cream. We were getting a shipment that afternoon, but shipments in those little towns take all day. So I put up the sign that said, sorry for the inconvenience folks, we are out of chocolate. But this lady came in and said, can I get 3 scoops of chocolate ice cream? I said, I'm sorry, ma'am, we're out of chocolate. Can I get you anything else? She said, how about 2 scoops of vanilla and a scoop of chocolate? I said, ma'am, I pointed at the sign once again. We are out of chocolate. Can I get you anything else? She said, how about a scoop of vanilla, a scoop of strawberry, and a scoop of chocolate? Well, that's when my patience went out the window, and so did that job. I said, ma'am, spell the van in vanilla. She said V-A-N. I said, now spell the straw in strawberry. She said S-T-R-A-W. I said, now spell the fuck in chocolate. She said, there is no fuck in chocolate. That's what I'm trying to tell you, lady. There's no fucking chocolate. Now, I left little tiny said town. I thumbed it, bummed it, hitchhike, walk, lump trucks, road trains, bicycles, boats, buses, and planes. And I thought I found my dream job, right? Traveling salesman. I can travel around the country and make money. Where do I sign, right? So I've sold everything from Presto Cleaner to magazine subscriptions, and I can tell you the hardest thing you will ever sell door to door is toothbrushes, mostly because everybody's got one. I went out the first night, the boss said, how many you sell? I said 7. He said, man, you need a gimmick or a presentation. Make people buy toothbrushes. All right. So I went out the next day. He said, how many you sell? I said 428. He said, really? Let me see what you got. Pulled out the little box I had made. Now, sir, stick your finger in the hole. Put his finger in the hole, said, now put your finger in your mouth. He went, oh my God, that tastes like shit. I said, how badly would you like to buy a toothbrush right now? Thank you.
coming up with somebody's equipment. Hey, thank